Hi, thank you so much for joining me on the mat again. We're going to continue our discussion on the 5 yamas. Today is the third yama, and it is called Asteya. And that's a Sanskrit word that basically means non-stealing. So how does that look in a yoga practice when you're doing your postures? Perhaps it's as easy as the idea of being on your mat and not necessarily worrying so much about what somebody else is doing on their mat. So in a sense, you being true to yourself, as we talked about in the previous yama, and keeping your mind on yourself, therefore not stealing your own joy or stealing your own exploration of your own yoga practice. So sometimes it's stealing energy from others, or maybe talking over somebody or blurting out in a yoga class. But being on your mat and being present with your sensation helps you to not steal energy or attention away from others, and it's allowing you to not steal from yourself, and so you can enjoy your yoga practice. So we're going to explore that today. I'm going to invite you to come into a tabletop position, and we're going to kind of just come back into a child's pose. Stay here for a couple of breaths. Coming back up into our tabletop position, and we're just going to push into the mat, lifting our knees off the mat and hovering. Just notice the sensation that's happening here. Being in the moment. Deep inhale here. Exhale, coming in over your heels and then pushing up into a down dog position. Now from here, we can just stay static and try to push our heels towards the mat. We can also bend one knee, kind of bringing the other foot to the mat, creating sensation here. Now, some people consider this a rest position. It's actually an active position because there's a lot of engagement, but it's a rest in the sense of it's kind of a pause between vinyasas. So in our first down dog of a practice, perhaps you just explore the sensation that's happening here. What's happening with my hands? What's happening with my feet? Where's my hip? Just kind of check in and engage with no judgment, as we've talked about before. And just be on your mat and just not to steal away from your own sensation. If your thoughts wander around, it'll essentially, you allow that sensation to be stolen from you. We inhale, lift our heels. Exhale, bend our knees and walk forward into a forward fold. Maybe grasping each elbow, hanging into a ragdoll. Again, just notice the sensation here. Inhale for half lift. Reaching our crown long. Extending that neck long, bringing our shoulders back away from our ears. One more inhale. Exhale, we fold. Inhale, just pushing into the mat, coming all the way up to a tall mountain position. Exhale, our hands to heart center. Staying with our breath for each of our movements. And we can really kind of bring our mind and attention to the sensation that's happening in our body. We don't want to steal from others. We don't want to take their energy, and we don't want anybody else or ourselves to take energy from us. So just being present in the moment and allowing your mind to settle. Inhale, reach arms up overhead. Circle, sweeping our arms back down to side body. And then reaching behind, grasping our fingertips in. Inhale, we arch our backs, looking up, shining our hearts. Exhale, coming back into our Tadasana, our mountain pose. Now the mountain pose is a great place to just stay centered. We're engaging our quads, we're engaging our core, our chest comes up, our shoulders come down, our palms are forward. And it's a really strong position here. Just breathe in the confidence that this position gives us. That confidence allows us to be who we are, to be authentic, to be our truth. And a reminder to be on our own mat and not allowing ourselves to steal from our own journey on the mat and off. Thank you for joining me today. I hope you have a wonderful day.